how would you like people to think of you when like this track season is over?
That's gonna make me cry. I hope they have good thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And I just want them to know, like, they could do it. Like, anything that somebody wants to do, they could do it. Because if I did it, they could do it, too. And I just want people to, like, if they see me, like, in the past, it brings, like, warmth to them, and that they just, like, know it's, like, I'm always there for them, on and off the track.
Yeah.
You know? So I kind of, like, hope I, like, I told my teammate today, I was like, I'll always be on the team even if I'm not on the roster. Yeah. I was like, so I just, like, kind of, like, want to, like, be on the team forever in a way, you know? Like, I always want to be here for the people who have always been here for me, so.
Yeah, it's definitely, like, your legacy will be surpass the record books and everything like that, Naleia. Like, you are just a spirit that is just always going to be around, and thank you so much for just leaving an impact on everyone that you've just come in contact with in this program.
Well, thank you, Tanis.
Yeah, I think
that was sweet.
Yeah, I'll always remember you like that.
I will remember you like that too. Always a joy to see you. It's a long way to go.
Yeah, it is. Four and a half laps. Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, and our workouts they're pretty intense sometimes.
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
I see that.
You know what's up.
I'm like, oh, they're going again. I'm like, oh, this must be their sixth rep. So it's their first set. It's only their sixth rep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm so happy that you're here, Naleia. This is conference week. It's the week that we look for going into outdoor season, and I'm just so excited that it's finally here. Yeah. It's very close to home, and it's a big week for us. You've had a great couple of seasons leading up to this, and I'm just very proud of you. And so everyone just welcome into the podcast, Naleia Sowell. Woo! Awesome. Naleia, thank you so much. Yeah. I'm so happy that you're here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yes. This is a big week for us. And going into it, I just want to know a little bit about your first thoughts going into this week.
Going into this week, definitely to just have fun and be in the moment. I'd say that it's, like, bittersweet that, like, college track, I want to cry, is, like, coming to an end. But I think it's one of the best decisions I could have ever made in my life. So I'm going to cry. So I just really want to be, like, present and, like, in the moment tomorrow, just, like, with my team. I want to dance, you know, feel the sun, and also feel the burn of my races, you know. Yeah. It's something that strange enough, I do enjoy. So I'm just trying to, that's my goal for tomorrow. Be happy.
Yeah, that's a great way to look at your last outdoor conference, and it's so special to be around just everyone. And you are that, like, bright light on the track, just to let you know, like, exactly like what you said. You're laughing, you're dancing with your teammates, you're really enjoying the moment, and that's something that is just so helpful, especially when you get on the line, because when you're enjoying the moment and you're being there and present before you even get on the line, like, you've won, like, you know, half the battle right there.
That's
and
true. That's so true.
That's so good that you say that, and that's something that I've even leaned into more of this season. And so just hearing you say that, it's even more complimenting for sure.
Thank you.
And so talking a little bit about your story right now. So you came into this program maybe with people not even expecting you to have these podium finishes that you are having right now, and that you had last season. And so tell me a little bit about your recruiting process coming into Metro.
So the recruiting process, well, there wasn't one. I graduated high school. I went to high school at Bear Creek. I didn't go to state or anything like that. So I was, like, just, like, time standing, like, mediocre athlete from that perspective. But I graduated, and I'm like, actually, I'm in love with track. You know, like, I don't want to be done. So after I graduated, I applied to Metro. And then once I got in, and then I emailed Janice, like, twice.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me on your team. Like, these are my times. And I, like, reread the email recently because I found it. And I was like, I may not be the fastest on the track, but I'll always be, like, a hard, like, working person. So that was my recruiting process. And she said to me, my main events are the 200 and 400. I never ran the 400 in high school. And she's like, well, you're going to have to run the 400. And I was like, okay, like over my head, I didn't believe her because it's the 400. I'm not running that. And here I am running the 400.
Going into conference. Crazy. Yeah. So that's just a testimony to your integrity and exactly like what you said in that email. That's crazy that you found that the other day.
I did.
Wow. Yeah, it's crazy what you find in those moments where it's just very life-changing and you never know how far like it would have just like taken you. So it's so huge, and Metro is just so happy to have you, and it's just such a pleasure to just see you every day showing up to practice, and
Thanks,
you
Tanis.
just have that mindset every day that you're gonna go and get it, and you show up with just that go-getter attitude, and so that's something I've always admired about you, Naleia.
Thanks, Tanis.
Yeah. And I love you, Naleia.
I love you, Tanis. I do.
And so let's talk a little bit about last outdoor season.
Yeah.
And so March 16th, we had an interview, and you were telling me a little bit after your 200 meter, when you had your over 2-second PR, you ran 24.7, and you told me that you were working on your start. And so isn't it crazy to just kind of look back at that? And so tell me a little bit about your just journey in the 200 and where you at now with a little bit more of your fundamentals in your start.
So journey in the 200 has always kind of just been like a supplement, like for my 400. It's like that speed work that I need. And with the start specifically, I think as a sprinter, my weakest point is like the first however many meters of my race, like the first 50, 60, even 100 meters of my race is not my strongest. So I think definitely compared to last year, I've seen improvements just in like my first few steps, like my dry phase specifically. I feel like what's helped me with that a lot is like getting like conscious and like my own body and like trying to like feel like the body positions, and like Coach Janice, like she'll tell us like jump out the blocks, and it's like I'm actively jumping, and like I feel like as opposed to last year I was just trying to like move fast, but there's more of like a technique, so I've learned that. I don't think it's shown as much, but I'm definitely still growing in that realm. So.
Yeah. I definitely believe that like those fundamentals are always just so key to go back to, and it's definitely good to see that you've done that this season, and especially like, so what does the off season look like for you? Because I know during that fall time or even a little bit before that, you guys are training leading out to the indoor season and then outdoor.
So off season training looks gruesome. It's honestly horrible. Every time I go through it, I tell myself, I'm like, it's just 3 weeks. Because the first 3 weeks back, like, you're incredibly sore. You can't walk. You can't get out of bed right. And it feels like it takes almost an hour to warm up just so I can move my legs. One of the most gruesome workouts that our coach had written down,
tell us.
it was like intervals, so probably running like 300s, 200s, 400s, something like that. But at the end of it, it was 500 yards of lunges. So I did lunges for 500 yards.
Wow,
it was horrible.
That's far.
It was horrible.
Yeah, that would give you booty lock for sure.
No, I couldn't. I was just trying to like zone into my music, and I was like, don't stop moving, just don't stop moving. And then we lift way more, which I like to lift. So I'm having a good time with that. We lift pretty heavy, and then we run for like endurance type stuff. So,
what is your favorite lift to do when you're in the gym?
I'm not gonna lie, it has turned into pull-ups.
Ooh,
it's turned into...
you know what? You were so good. Okay. You know, we're gonna insert a video of her doing some pull-ups because everyone needs to see this. You were just cranking them, them out. That's really cool that you like, because that's rare. Because I'm not getting anywhere near that bar. That's one of my weaknesses for sure. And okay, so kind of going back to that first outdoor meet last year, what advice would you kind of give to maybe yourself and to others, like with your growth from then and now?
Okay. I'd say advice for others, it's just my typical run-of-the-mill advice I give to everybody. But it truly is just have fun, feel the joy, be happy, be grateful that's an opportunity, and just make the most of it. To myself back then, if I could give myself a piece of advice, I would say get your mental game right. Because I think physically I was there, and mentally I wasn't. Like physically, like, I mean, it was a wind-aided PR, but I ran a PR, but like mentally, like I couldn't like conceptualize that because it was just so huge, and I didn't like realize how far I came. And by the time I was there, like my body was here, my brain was here. So I kind of be like, sync the two together.
Yeah.
That's advice I'd give to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now do you think you've come a long way in your mental game from accepting those like really small moments and like making like really just enjoying those a little bit more?
Definitely, and enjoying them. Oh yeah. I definitely like sit in them. I should have brought it. I have like a track journal. I'm so proud of it. I have like we get stickers like for our races, and I put them in the book, and then I like write about my race. And I think that's really helped me as well, like be grounded like into just all the little moments, the good and the bad, you know, because you need them all.
Yeah.
So
I love that. Yeah, I've seen you journal after your races. And so what does that kind of look like for you? What are you thinking of? What are you writing down? Are you writing down like improvements? Or are you like being like, oh, this was great? Or what does that look like for you?
Kind of just like what you just said. It's like improvements, like this was great. Sometimes I'm like, this is what I'm grateful for. Like I write down the times, the date, the location. And I also put... like sometimes I would put like silly drawings, and like since it's my senior year, and like I've really noticed that community is such a great part of track, and it can seem so individualized, but it's not at the same time.
Yeah.
So I've started to branch out my journal to the select few. I'm like, write something in here. Yeah. Just like write me a note. So that's what it looks like in there.
Yeah. I thought about the other day, I don't know, it's just pondering in my head, and I thought about this like little thing. I was just thinking about it. I was like, it was never about the track, it's about the people. And so like I don't know, it's just like something that came in my head, and I think that's so true when you're enjoying the people that you're around, because you're just training with them every single day, and then you get to see also like the people from other schools that you have fun with competing against, and so that's really big. And so back to the journal real quick, do you do that in between every single race? Because I know you some days have multiple events. Do you do that in between every single event, and do you do it sometimes ever before you race?
I used to do it before, I think my freshman year, because I would get so unbelievably anxious and nervous. And now my goal is definitely to do it like after every race, and sometimes I don't get to it till like the meet's over.
Okay.
But my goal is to definitely do it after every race, because I feel like that's when it's like the most genuine and like impactful.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's good. And do you do it after practice?
I kind of used to like my freshman year, just because I was like really trying to build like that like self-efficacy in myself and just confidence in general. Yeah. It's like, I can do this. I did this really hard workout, and I would like write down my times and stuff like that. Yeah. And because I feel like it's really important to also take your workouts seriously, because they apply directly to the meet. So that's where I would write those down back then.
I totally agree with you, Naleia. That's huge. And you looked up to some of the upperclassmen that used to run the 4x1, and now you're going to conference for that. Yeah. What is that what is that testimony to just like where you're at now?
It feels like just like it's like you work so hard to get something, and then you have it, and you're conscious and aware that you have it, and it's just like a warm and fuzzy feeling. Yeah. And like we have a freshman, Anna, on the team, and she's starting our 4x1. And I'm like, you get to be here. Like, this is such a huge opportunity. Like, when I was a freshman, I've always wanted this. Like, this is huge. And like, I tell her donate, and like, it's just awesome. And then I get to get the baton. So coach, she initially wanted me to like be anchor. I was like, I don't want to be anchor, because I want to do 2 handoffs.
Okay.
So it's like I've really been able to like get a set position on the 4x1 where I'm like grabbing it and handing it off. So it's just fun.
Yeah. And what leg are you now?
I'm the second leg.
Okay, sweet. That's awesome. And so now that like you have this environment of just people like Adone and Jessica, what has it been like this season just to be able to train with that specific group of girls and Maya and all of those girls?
Ooh, it has been incredible. Like, there's just like certain aspects from each of my teammates that I like admire so much. Like Jessica's starts, I'm always right next to her when we're doing anything that has to do with the start. Yeah. Because I need to be. Like, she makes me better. And same with Adone. And then like Maya, like it's just so, I mean, you know Maya's story, right? Yeah. It's just so impactful. And it's like she kind of feeds into this like perception I have of people. It's like if they can do it, I can do it. Yeah. You know? And she makes me believe in myself just by her like doing her thing. Yeah. And it's great.
Yeah. That's huge. Iron sharpens iron. Yeah. That's awesome to have good training group like that. And so a little bit, so we're going into conference, outdoor conference. And now take me a little bit through your races that you're going to be doing. So on Friday, you have your first event, which is at 6:05, which is the 400 prelims. Take me a little bit about just what you're thinking going into Friday.
Got to win my heat. I just got to win my heat.
Yeah.
So I need to win so I can go to finals. And I was telling Coach this morning, I'm like, I always get like nervous for prelims more than finals because like you need to get there. And like there's been races where I've been on like both sides of the coin, and it's really about, when it comes to conference, it's about who's better today, who wants it more today, and who's going to get it today. It doesn't matter what happened in the past. It doesn't matter where you're at on this list. Right now we're all at an even playing field. And it's like, I need to secure my spot in finals. And if I don't, then SOL.
Yeah, then you can't continue. So yeah, definitely the prelims are very important. Oh, yeah. And so are you, now that you have been to conference a couple times, does it ever get easier going into it?
Yes, it does. I remember my sophomore year, I was freaking out because I had to start the 4x4. And I never started the 4x4. I don't even remember if I was running it yet. Maybe I did like once or twice, but I was freaking out. And like now I have this like sense of belonging that I didn't have before. Yeah. And it's like walking like into conference, it's like I know there's eyes on me, but only the people who are watching me are only people that care about me. And I didn't have that perception in the past. Yeah. So it's nice. It's like comforting to have that now.
That's a game changer for sure. And especially knowing that like everyone that is there is like so genuine, and their love and support for you is just so pure. And so that's something that's always comforting on the track for sure. And so now, do you ever think about Saturday? Have you thought about Saturday yet with the 200 prelims at 4 p.m.? Do you think about that, or is that something that you just kind of take day by day?
I think about it, but then tomorrow I won't think about it. So it's like then I'll take it day by day starting like tomorrow when I wake up. Right now what I've thought about it is probably like less than good thoughts, just because my 200 isn't my strongest event, and I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I'm going to make it to finals. And it's like I said, again, it's that even playing field. It's like you never know. So it's like I can't let myself like slip up or like be off my game even for a moment, because it could be my moment and I have to be able to catch it. So that's what I'm thinking about for Saturday.
Yeah, I definitely like that. That mindset is going to go far. And it's really cool to see that last year at Outdoor RMACs, you ran your PRs both in the 200 and the 400. Yeah. So it's very special during this time. The track feels like it's on fire.
Bouncy.
And it feels good, you know. And it's always nice to have a meet that's so close to home here in Denver. It's at Colorado School of Mines, Friday through Sunday. And on Sunday, that's when the finals finals are. And so you have a packed day that day. You have at 12, you have the 4x1. At 1:10, you have the 400 final. At 2:35, you have the 200-meter final. And then at 3:35, you have the 4x4 final. And so that's a packed day. Tell me a little bit about what your feeling looks like throughout that day. How are you eating? What does that look like for you?
Feeling throughout that day is going to be emotional. I've already told myself I'm going to wear waterproof mascara.
Yeah.
So when I cry coming to like my last races, because I will, knowing myself, I don't look like a hot wreck. I think, again, just take it like step by step. And I have like a specific like purpose for each race so I can like accomplish something. So like the 4x1, I'm always like, this is a warm up. Like this is like to get my nervous system firing. And then if I have the 200, or you said the 400 would be next?
Yes.
The 400, that is my baby. And I'm going to attack it. I'm going to, my purpose for that race is to just leave it out there, you know, everything that I have, and just be conscious, you know, like just try to like remember it. And then the 200, I'm just going to have fun. The 200 just has to be fun.
Yeah.
And then the 4x4, it's an excellent opportunity for me to just wrap everything up with a bow with my teammates. And I get to run with them. And that's fun. So that's what every day looks like. Oh, or every race looks like. And then nutrition kind of looks like berries in between races. They're so good for a race day. Probably some bar. I'm going to eat oatmeal in the morning. Some protein in there.
Yeah.
Electrolytes. Just kind of like whatever like fuel can like get me through type situation. Yeah. Instead of like specific things. Except for the honey stingers. I do eat those before my 4.
Those are good. Those are good. I love those for sure. I always see you with that big bag. So I love your mindset that you have going into your last outdoor conference, and it's just going to be very just so gratifying to be around everyone that is just there to support you and just love on you. And I'm excited to see you race. It's going to be a great time out there.
I'm excited to see you race,
Yes,
Tanis.
thank you. Yes, I'm excited to also race. And exactly like what you said, you know, I'm going in ranked 12th, but I feel like, you know, it's whoever has it on that day. And so it's exciting to be out there. And we're going to be at Mines, Colorado School of Mines, Friday through Sunday, and it's going to be a great time. We got prelims on Friday and Saturday, and then finals on Sunday. And it's going to be a great time. And Naleia Sowell, thank you so much for joining the podcast and being here right before we go and have a team dinner. And it's going to be a great night with all of our teammates. Let's go. It's going to be a great time. Thank you so much, Naleia.
Thanks, Tanis.